Welcome back to the official review presented by Athlon Sports, and we have a big NFL trade today to talk about. The Miami Dolphins have finally traded Jalen Ramsey to the Pittsburgh Steelers, with another piece that had been long in conversation, Jonnu Smith. In exchange, the Steelers are sending back Minkah Fitzpatrick and a late-round pick. So a rare player-for-player swap here. I know, Steve, you're hearing this for the first time. What's your takeaway here?
I love that the Dolphins got Minkah Fitzpatrick back. He was absolutely amazing in Miami. I think he was first team All-Pro as their safety. I know him and Brian Flores didn't really get along because Flores wanted to move around a lot and he kind of just wanted to be like the main safety. So I do like that the Dolphins got him back. I don't love that they got rid of Jonnu Smith. I'm a Patriots fan, so I saw Jonnu Smith on the Pats. He didn't do anything. Last year in Miami, he was one of the best receiving tight ends in the league. Clearly, that system with Mike McDaniel really worked. So I don't necessarily love it, but as I'm thinking it in real time, I'm thinking Johnny's gone. But what I do think here is like maybe the Dolphins are like, look, we turned Jonnu Smith, who was kind of nothing, into a lot. Maybe we can turn a new tight end into something. So Johnny, just catching you up, I'm thinking the Dolphins are maybe thinking like, look what we did with Jonnu Smith. He was pretty terrible before we got him on the Pats. We made him have a great year. Our system helps tight ends be good, or we know the type of tight end that can be good. So maybe the Dolphins are like, look, sell high on Jonnu Smith. Jalen Ramsey was already going to leave. Bring Minkah back. I don't know who their backup tight end is or who their future starting tight end is, but maybe he's just someone who's going to really benefit from being in that system.
Yeah, I think the big thing with Jonnu is that he was expensive for them, and they felt it was a marginal upgrade over what else they could have. Their tight end depth isn't great. Julian Hill is next on the depth chart. He had 19 catches last year for 100 yards. So nothing too great. I don't know if they made any other deals this offseason, but according to their depth chart, he is up next, Julian Hill. So, and then in terms of the swap with Jalen Ramsey and Minkah Fitzpatrick, obviously Fitzpatrick was drafted by the Steelers, by the Dolphins, traded 1 year into his career to the Steelers for the reasons you mentioned. I think that's a good move for them. They get younger at a key position. Jalen Ramsey is still very good, but his age is getting up there. I think this proves that the Steelers are truly in win now mode. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers proves that as much as any. He says he's got 1 year left. You know, getting older is Pickens older than, right? DK's older than Pickens.
I would guess so. Yeah, I think he's been in the league longer.
So getting older on receiver with DK, getting a more veteran receiver, they're just getting older everywhere, it seems like. Every move they made is just, let's bring in veteran experience. Let's go all in for this 1 year. And we'll see. I mean, it's a strategy. It's a plan. I feel like if this year doesn't go well, they're going to clear house. I feel like Tomlin's gone. I feel like this is it. This is the make or break year for the Steelers. So we'll see. I mean, this is certainly fits in their offseason game plan so far.
Who do you think is better, Jalen Ramsey or Minkah Fitzpatrick? I know they're different positions, but they're both defensive backs.
I think as peak Ramsey was better than Fitzpatrick, but I'd say right now I'd probably take Fitzpatrick over Jalen. It's kind of again hard to compare, but I think I like the Dolphins' decision making with this one. Moving off some big contracts that they've been trying to move all off season, getting a little bit younger, getting a more draft capital, not much, but a little bit more. When you're in this weird spot that the Dolphins are in, they're kind of also in this weird win now stage too, where a lot of their things they went all in on, like Tyreek, Tua, kind of. I mean, they've invested a lot of money into Tua, but he's not getting any younger or healthier. It just feels like they're at this precipice of things could go one way or another for them really fast. So it's a kind of a reshuffling of the deck chairs for the Dolphins, but again, a decision I understand they made.
I feel like for the Steelers, it's almost kind of refreshing that they are doing something to win now instead of kind of like floating around this weird team that had various quarterbacks and, they're kind of competitive, but also not really. And it's like, at least they're kind of making a big bet on this team right now, right here. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, then you're kind of screwed, but might as well put all your chips in.
No more Kenny Pickett purgatory.
And they could truly hit the reset button after this year, because like Rodgers basically kind of confirmed that this might be a 1 year thing with them. So it's like, I agree. I'd rather go all in and find out in 1 year that we're not good enough to win rather than being like kind of where the Dolphins are, where it's like we could stretch this into 3 years, but like we don't really know. So at least the Steelers, like they know after this year, they know exactly which direction they're going in. So for that, I kind of like it. Was it a Super Bowl winning move? Probably not, but I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all.